Did it say?
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So everybody except is CR
They
here too?
are. Yeah,
Okay.
she's on her way home.
Okay. So do we just want
So
like wanna
actually,
continue without her and then just let her like jump in, or do we want to wait?
I think we can wait a hot second.
Okay, that sounds good. Um, how much of this did some people read? Did anyone read a little bit of it? I kind of like
Hmm.
skimmed a little.
I glanced, got some keynotes, and sent her on her way.
Yeah, there we go. Kind of give it like a good read. What about you, Eileen?
Me?
Yeah, did you get to read any of it?
No, not yet.
Okay, just yeah, that's fine too, really. I mean, because we're gonna do the main discussion like in the recording aspect.
Right.
But yeah, so calcium and vitamin D deficiency, that's pretty much the whole name of the game. Let's see. Okay, pulling it up right here. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, honestly. Yeah, the calcium and vitamin D deficiency marginally impairs fracture healing, but aggravates post-traumatic bone loss in osteoporotic mice. So it's kind of like the same theme of what we were going over with our first thing with the osteoarthritis of hip dysplasia, but this is more so the vitamin and mineral that activates everything and allows you to form calluses and repairs bones with that same structure, like the lattice patterns and everything, but this just affects like the density and everything. But I want to give a chance for CR to hopefully pop on so she can be on track with everything too. And this is just really going to be the intro for everything to just divvy out like, all right, who's going to tackle what section? And I will just do the same thing with the actual roundtable where we record the real thing, like the real discussion, and everyone poses their findings. Maybe someone jumps in. We extrapolate it a little bit, and then we kind of keep it in like a nice steady flow where it's really digestible, and yeah, hopefully we should do fine.
Wait, on the round two assignment, I don't know if it's just mine, but like I clicked on the assignment and it's only like the disease burden research and then the
Oh, so you have to download this from the Roundtable One assignment, and it has all three of them, which including the one we're
oh,
at
okay,
now.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
me and Diamond figured that out like a little while ago today. That she only has like the osteoarthritis one, but she didn't put the other two in the second Roundtable one. It's all the way back in the first one where she introduced it, and she has all those three documents that you can pick out of. I can also,
Um,
yeah, so I can send you the file too if you need it, if you
No,
really
I
can.
got it. I got it.
Yep.
so actually, our what we have to do for this one is develop a business model plan for how to address the findings of this article.
A business model plan, you said?
Yeah, that's what it has here on the doc.
Hmm.
Okay. What the world?
That says it on
But that's not what she explained in
yeah,
class.
yeah, because I thought that it was pretty much said that
In
like
class, she said it was the same exact thing as the last one.
that's what I was thinking
Uh-uh.
too, that she
The
said.
business model is on the third one.
Yeah, because
And
like
that's when we proposed the videos and all of that, like the
I,
social media aspect of
yeah,
it.
either social media or a website,
Website.
or yeah, like the business model thing. Because
No, y'all.
I'm pretty sure that she said that for the second one, it could just be like the same thing, but it just can't be like on the same topic, really.
No, like looking at this that's actually attached to Roundtable 2,
Hmm.
it's saying we have to do this one because it's attached to it because each one has a different thing. Let me share my screen.
Where's the uh, roundtable two discussion? Hold on.
Hi, y'all.
Hey, sorry.
I'm so sorry. I like.
No, you're fine.
Are you
uh,
good?
Hey, do you guys see the article?
Yeah.
Go to the first one.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, yeah. So if you scroll down, Yeah, under calcium and vitamin D deficiency, develop a business model plan for how to address the findings of this article.
A
Yeah,
business.
I kind of see it too.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I don't remember
Yeah,
that being there Monday.
yeah, it
So
says
she changed it, is what it's looking like.
I don't know if she changed it. I mean, granted, we could just flat out ask her tomorrow. Like, it'll still be the same setup that we're doing now on the Zoom call, where it's like we're divvying out like roles and how to
Yeah.
discuss it.
Mhm.
And worst case scenario, like we'll just ask her, like, hey, it strictly says here that for this portion, it says develop a business model plan for how to address the findings of this article. This should largely focus on reducing disease burden. Consider things like needs of the region where your business would reside and access to services. But I'm pretty sure that in person, she said that it could just be the same thing as the first one, like an actual roundtable.
She literally said it was the first one. I honestly think she accidentally put this one because this is the exact
Yeah,
same one as number three. I just pulled up number three and it's the same one. So
yeah,
I think she put number three on number two instead of the number one on number two.
yeah, because
You
that's
know what I
what I
mean?
heard too. Yeah, that she said, I mean, that it was going to follow the same thing as like almost the same thing as roundtable one. And then she was just going to leave like the roundtable three as like the actual thing where we, either make an educational like series or social media account and all that. But we'll decide that tomorrow when we actually ask her in person. I mean, there's no harm in doing that.
Okay, so should we divide now and make Google Doc?
Well,
Yeah, I would make a
yeah.
Google Doc now. Yeah, I think that'd be easy.
Yeah, that would be easy. But yeah, we just still have to make sure that we just know what sections we're going to get if people
No,
have the
yeah, that's what I
actual
was saying.
thing.
So everybody can
Yeah.
pull up the article now
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can do that.
get
Yeah,
that out
yeah.
of the way.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can all be on track for it and just know where we're orientating ourselves on.
Right. Because I have the thing up. There's a lot of like paragraph chunks, but there's also a lot of pictures.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Yes.
graphs and information just
Mhm.
showcasing the findings. It's not as much reading as it seems, and it's really all
Right.
on, like the top half versus like the bottom half, which just shows you like everything, how they conducted the experiment with like a control group, a deficient group, and then one that's like supplemented. Whereas like the first 8 weeks they didn't have them on, and then they supplemented them like the next 10 weeks. It's like an 18-week trial.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like the main points. It's just like showing calcium and vitamin D deficiency and how that's able to like stimulate the thyroid to supplement the calcium either naturally or on a deficiency or whether it's like externally supplemented. And they would like break open the rat like once they euthanize it, and then they would show their findings via scientific research and all that. It's not too bad, honestly. Let's see, there's like 13 pages. Really, really more so like 10 to 11 pages because the last two are just references. But let's see, it kind of divides it like sequentially into like chapters, but not really. So I'm
I can
maybe,
do, but
oh, well, I was just maybe more so thinking like, let me see. I think I have an idea of how to like chop it up.
Okay,
So
yeah.
way I'm trying to skim it over again.
yeah.
Mm,
Well, the thing is, it's actually not a lot. Like some of the paragraphs are just what's on figure six or like figure one, and then it has like
yeah.
description. It's not giving you anything else.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, since it's not like necessarily chapter oriented or segmented in like a really nice way, I was thinking that maybe someone, let's say, like, oh, this person does an overview, and then another person looks over the research and then sees what the findings are, and then another person elaborates, like, oh, this is what we can do with this research from what I've read up, and then another person kind of like concludes in saying through this research, where would it be most prevalent in what regions, right? Let's say we divide it up into race, country, where would this be founded? And then another person's like, oh, okay, what are some sort of treatments that could, result from this? So that's what I'm thinking. Not necessarily like a top to
Yeah.
bottom like
Mm-hmm.
conversation, but just like we all have our goalposts that we're trying to answer
Yeah.
out of this
Yeah.
paper.
I think that'd
And
be
it
a good
also,
way to divvy it up. Sorry, Queen.
Sorry. I was gonna say also, it just makes us all read the article anyway, so everybody should know what they're talking about by the time we get to the video, if that's what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
I can do wait, so there's overview.
Yeah, I
There's
was just
four.
kind of
Wait, what? One, two,
snowballing it.
three,
Yeah. So
five.
overview, then there's treatments that it could resent from. There's a breakdown of like the graphs and findings,
The
like what do they
results.
find within it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said treatment based on like location, area, maybe like medicine, like things that could result from this, like what treatments can be made
Yeah,
from
that was the second point you made.
it. Yeah,
We
should
can
have.
have somebody introduce the topic
Hmm.
in general before the overview. Like, you know how we did our little
Yeah.
intro, but then also introducing the idea of vitamin deficiency because like last not that she made a comment about it or anything like that, but I think it also would have been helpful like on the last roundtable if we would have discussed like what was our
Mm.
topic this time? I forgot, but like what it
Osteoarthritis and
is,
hip
yeah,
Yeah.
dysplasia.
what it is, like the definition and like all of that, like the basics. So
Yeah.
like we're easing her into the conversation. Like obviously she's our professor, so she knows, but like if it were to like if we do need to post it or like do a little business thing, like that would be helpful.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah.
I mean, we can pivot it off that. Like, we start off with like a really generalized like outline of, hey, this is what we're talking about. And if she says like, oh, okay, it's going to be the round table, then we can subdivide it into the sections and then we can do it off that. But it could also be like business like saying like, so we could like maybe in parentheses, next to like what our topics are going to be for the discussion, we could also just like formulate a business plan in that same aspect. And it wouldn't be hard to convert that. I don't think so.
Yeah.
We just took time and wrote it down. But once again, that's going to be like a Friday issue more than a today issue. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying for now is we're going to plan for just an actual discussion roundtable. And then, hey, I don't
We need
mind.
to
I'll
pivot.
make ideas. Yeah, then we'll pivot if we need to and convert it into like, okay, this will be a business plan. This isn't going to be a roundtable anymore.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I always like to initiate, so I can do like a general overview, just introduce the topic, kind of like ease our way in, and then yeah, someone
I
can do
can
like
do
the study or the graphs,
results and like treatments
results and
or
treatment.
the prevention and like what can occur
Yeah,
afterwards.
let me like kind of write it down here on like a word pad.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
Give me a second. I'll get it up here. It's better than a Word document.
I just realized I was
Kevin,
muted.
where you at?
I'm
Oh,
not muted. Living my best life. Can
Kevin,
Girl,
y'all
you're always there.
Okay, so
can y'all write in the Google Doc I sent y'all on Tuesday what you're doing, which part you're doing?
Perfect. Yes. You know what? You're actually
okay.
so good.
All right. So
right. She
Vivian,
always makes our Google Docs.
And they
Vivian,
always
what'd you
eat.
say you're doing?
Hmm?
What did Vivian say she was doing?
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
said like treatments, preventatives, how to balance it, like maybe that'd be another one, like how to
Yeah.
balance life or maintain. Maintain is a great word. Let's use
Okay.
maintain.
Vivian, if you're doing treatments and all that, do you mind if I do the results, or is that going to be part
You
of
got
what you're
it. You could
doing?
do results and then I'll go after you.
Like
Okay.
results
Or is
of
it before? Is it
like
flip?
the data or the findings specifically, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she
Okay.
got that. She got that.
Or yeah,
So
don't be
what are
afraid to
we
just like
doing?
just generalize like what you kind of want to do.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
So right now I got me as overview, Vivian as treatments, preventatives, maintenance, Ciari results of data or findings.
Mm-hmm.
There's one I'd mentioned this like regional or like ethnicities that this would be prevalent to, kind of like how in the former one that we had, we just found out that like, because Asians generally had a really good diet, that osteoarthritis didn't affect them, or like how certain parts of America were more affected, predominantly, which is like older white people or Southern African Americans
Yeah.
had like prone to
So
that.
like research of how it's obtaining to the world we live in today
Mhm.
or
Okay.
other
Pertaining
places
to the
in the
world?
world.
To
Yeah.
okay, to the
How this
modern
is
world.
shown throughout the world,
Hmm.
displayed. I don't know what word you want, but
Yeah. To
general words.
current day
And
world.
then I guess like a conclusion, or because you're gonna open it with it like
Yeah. Kind of like
or not, it's
summarizing
not a
everything that we
conclusion.
had.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or I because we just need one more. Because Diamond and
I mean,
Alex need a
I mean, I got five with all that.
oh.
It's only Diamond and Eileen. So there's the way it pertains to current day world and its population and conclusion. So I mean that they could fill that role if they want.
I didn't do conclusion. Sorry, I'm eating dinner while trying to do this.
Diamond, where you at? You look like you in a bunker.
She's not. The thing says Zoom user now.
Have y'all never been to the Moody Garden level? It's
I've
real
been in
pretty.
garden level, but
Oh,
that oh, you're in the
that's why it
garden
looks like a
area.
bunker.
You're literally in the garden area. I've been there
No.
before.
See, say I
You're by
already
the
know.
printer. You're by the printer.
I am by the printer.
I knew it.
Okay.
So Eileen, you're
That's
cool with
what I
doing
do.
the pertinence to the
That's around
current
the
day
world.
world. Yeah, population. Okay. I just want to make sure like everyone was good with their thing, unless like you had something different that you saw and you might want to do instead.
What was your proposal?
So what I had said for you was how it's pertinent to the current day world and population in the sense of like who it's affecting, maybe how it affects them, and why are they disproportionately affected by vitamin D and calcium deficiency. And I think it kind of like highlights it a little bit from what I read in the document itself. You just got to find it in there. But th I think that's going to be the one that's going to require a tiny bit more research, just like outside of the document.
I see.
So if you
Um,
wanted to do that, or unless you had like another idea, I know you didn't get a chance to read the document, but that, like I
mhm.
said, this is very general. You could change this, and then you could come up with something completely different.
So are we coming up with like a topic? Is it from the document or
Essentially, yeah, it's from the document itself.
oh shit.
So maybe you might want to read it like we're all going to,
Yeah.
and figure it out from there. Or if you want to just take what I've given you, I'll try to like send this
I
via
think you should just
text.
take what he giving you. What he's giving you.
Well, that's the easy way for sure. Um,
Yeah. And it fits the what we're doing.
and what was that again? Was it like how it's pertinent to the world population?
Hmm.
Like you
Yeah.
could bring outside research of like how vitamin D deficiency is affecting, I don't know, Colombians. Like
Hmm. How affects okay. I guess I'll come
like
up with something.
anybody in the world, like just bring outside research that applies to like the document.
Yeah,
Hmm.
feel free to write it down on my section if you want. I can take a look later.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Okay.
I'll
Oh, I don't
send
have the
this via
document.
text, so
All right.
everyone will kind of like know where they're headed. And then, like once again, we said Friday, ask her like, how are we gonna do this? Like business or roundtable? And then whatever she says, we'll do it like that. And something's gonna happen. That's all I know. Something will happen. But we'll make it though.
Cool.
Where'd
And if
she
we have
go?
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, there she is. No. Oh, there she is. Okay. I thought she was gone. I didn't see her on top. But yeah, I think if we all know the general idea of what we're doing, then should be fine, really. This is just more so to just get us on a certain direction, and then we know what to do. And when Saturday comes, like knock it out of the park and get another 100. I hope.
Yep.
All right. So are we all good on the same page, more or less?
I think so.
All right.
So
So tomorrow we just figure out, do we exactly have to do the business plan? She's gonna tell us we have to do it.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest part that we're looking
yeah.
into right now.
And
Yeah.
if that's the case, then let's just discuss right then and there, like how to pivot, and then we can like text or something
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
the weekend so everybody when we do end up scheduling, like when we're gonna like sit down and actually like if we have to record it, or if it does become the business, whatever, I'm sure we can figure out
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Figure it out where
like
Yeah,
a
we can-
presentation or
Got it.
something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can divvy that up when the time comes if we need to reroute over there.
All right. Sounds good.
I get off at 2:30 on Saturday, so I'm free after 2:30 Saturday if she does let us do our OG plan.
Okay.
Right. I'll stop the recording.
Saturday.